2 different diets before, and you got to make it plain in your notes, before dialysis. You have a renal diet before. In other words, you're not getting dialysis yet. You're healthy enough not to go on dialysis, but you're sick enough to need this diet. This diet essentially gets stricter with each stage of kidney failure. But some things started way back in stage 1. Remember, no bananas on the refrigerator. You feeling me on that? Okay, so here we go. Before patients order any dialysis, everything is low. Low sodium, no shit. Low potassium, yeah. Low protein. Low phosphorus. Fluid restriction. Now, I'm not going to restrict fluid in stage 1 and 2, but I'm damn sure going to restrict fluid in stage 4 and 5, like in stage. So, fluid restriction. So, think it through. You can't get rid of fluid. Why would I give it to you? I ain't going to give you that much, right? So, how do I base how much you can drink? On yesterday's output. Whatever you peed out yesterday, add 400 to it, you can drink it today. So if I put out 500 cc's of urine yesterday, if I add 400 to it, I can drink 900 cc's today. Your intake today is based on your output yesterday. When it comes to sodium, you'd better know what we tell the patients. What do we tell them? What do we tell them? Darnita, you whispering. That don't help me at all.
I don't know.
Say what the hell you said, shit.
I don't know.
What'd you say, baby? You're probably right.
But they need to have the, they can't do low sodium, but they can't have the Mrs. Dash.
Oh, that's what Rhonda was saying. Mrs. Dash is not a potassium issue. They can have Mrs. Dash, it's all natural seasonings.
Okay.
They can't have salt since because of potassium, so that's not a sodium issue. Okay. What do we tell patients with low sodium? How do we teach them about low sodium? What do we say?
Take some drink, no additives. No salt.
Read the label.
Read all labels. Very nice, Sheila. These babies don't know nothing. Sheila came to say it. Now, here's how this works. Y'all know I've been married 17 times. Y'all all right? We just got to be honest with each other, a little transparent and shit. So I've been married 17 times. One of them husbands had hypertension. I actually liked him at the time, so I decided that I want to go to the grocery store, shop like a real good wife of somebody with hypertension. I'm going here, I'm doing some low sodium food, I'm come home, cook this shit with no salt, that's how we're going to roll. Like I said, I liked him at that time. Now, I get to the grocery store. I spent 20 damn minutes in the bread aisle. It was a mind-blowing experience. Because I'm in the damn bread aisle, and I got bread, and that's for one piece with 380 milligrams of sodium, and as low as 80 milligrams of sodium. This is all bread. And remember, I'm trying to find 100% whole wheat for obvious reasons. So I'm looking for bread. I done spent 20, I ain't got time like that. I spent 20 minutes in the bread aisle. Thank God my old ass had my reading glasses like Sanford and Son, because I had never read that little teeny tiny print on the damn label. These patients got to read every label. So if I had bought the wrong bread, which hindsight is 2020, when I found out I didn't like them no more, I should have bought the wrong bread. But at the time, I didn't know. So I ended up spending 20 minutes before I found this one. That's just bread. You got a whole fucking store to go through. Wow. This patient can rank up their allowed sodium in a sandwich. If you take these 2 pieces of bread, you now have 760 milligrams of salt. How many milligrams is your patient allowed? 300? What the fuck? In a day? What is 2 grams? 2,000. Wrong answer. That was old news from your old school. They changed that shit 5 years ago. You better know it. You allow 1.5 grams or 1,500 milligrams. Knowledge must be updated. That 2 shit is old. Now listen, 1,500 milligrams, I'm gonna kick the hell out of 760, y'all with me? Half of my daily allowance was in a sandwich. I didn't even look at what the hell to put on it, I just ate 2 pieces of bread. I don't know nobody doing it like that. You want something on your sandwich. That's how bad this is. That's how bad it is. So guess what? You ain't finna eat no damn bread. Bread is the most common hidden salt. It's hidden because you don't even think like that. This patient don't eat no bread. Bread is a hidden salt. Dairy, salty. Okay? If you buy it in the middle of the store, the shit is salt. Boxes, prepared, frozen, cans. You better shop on the outskirts of the grocery store. Fresh foods, right? So salty foods are frozen, canned, boxed, prepared already, and bread. Those are salty foods. But she was right. The bottom line is they got to get their damn reading glasses and read all labels. Because that's really how you stop this madness. Okay? All right. So now, let's do hemodialysis. Just little tips. We already did what to hold. I want you to know with hemodialysis, the worst thing that can happen is that they clot off, right? So what you got to remember, babies, is you've got to remember with hemodialysis, the patient has to wake up and feel for that thrill. The nurse has to make sure she hears the bruit. All this is happening every time they come in. And then don't forget, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. When they miss one of those days, they miss taking urine out the blood, it will poison them. They will go into what we call uremic frost. Uremia is really horrible. The patient has a fluid volume overload, needless to say. They are able to have a seizure. Their skin will look olive gray, yellowish colors. Horrible, y'all. I haven't seen it. So we had a home care patient. The daughter and her man was on some bullshit. She always made sure her mother got to dialysis. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We got home health aides going in helping mom. She decides she want to take a Christmas holiday. She figures mama will be fine. We're just going to go away for the weekend. They made sure that she got dialysis on Friday before they left. Now they planning on being back. They didn't make any second kind of plans or anything. They got stranded because of a blizzard. They didn't get back on Monday. They didn't come back till Thursday. She's missed Monday and Wednesday. The aide goes in on Tuesday and says, and calls me, Miss Shelley, she green. She don't want to get out of bed. She says she's too tired. No shit, Sherlock. She real swole, Miss Shelley. That's insanity. She's missed her dialysis. This is Tuesday evening, about to be Wednesday. Doesn't take long. Soon she will have what? Pink, frothy sputum. So she had to be admitted. Yep. Okay. And we almost put a adult protective services call out because this woman was over 65, and this is considered negligence on the part of the daughter. But when she explained all the things that went down, it's like, okay, no more chance. You're supposed to make a backup plan, daughter. This is your mother who you signed that you're responsible for. Okay, so don't do dumbness. Hemodialysis every other day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Okay? All right, let's keep it moving. I want to finish rhabdomyolysis that I hinted about. We already know it is destruction of the muscle that causes renal failure, right? What was our first nursing action? Hydrate. We already told you the reasons why. Now let me give you what your labs will look like. What I want you to do with rhabdomyolysis, I want you to, if you look at this page, I want you to go to creatinine clearance, write it at the bottom. The next couple pages, write it at the bottom. We'll talk about the blue and creatinine, but write that at the bottom. Just write it right in here. It's a short little deal. At the bottom, where my fingers are pointing. Gotta look up here, you're gonna be lost. So just write rhabdomyolysis. It's real short, okay? Because you already know the cause. We told you statin drugs, prolonged bed rest, excessive exercise. It's a type of acute kidney injury, right, y'all? Okay, now come on. You done hydrated your patient first. That's a beautiful thing. The labs come back looking retarded. What's high? Common sense. Kidney injury. What's high? What can you not get rid of? So high K, high uric acid, high phosphorus, and get this, problem child, low calcium. Put a star by that low calcium, please. So you got an electrolyte nightmare. High K, high phosphorus, high uric acid, low calcium. What does this automatically mean you better do when they come in? EKG. EK. K for what? Phosphorus. That's why I don't go to ECG. I don't care. I say EKG the old-fashioned way. And I keep it EKG for y'all. Because EKG, which is an ECG, means K for potassium as far as long as you live. EKG. Okay? All the time. If a K is bad, it's going to be an EKG. And it doesn't matter what kind of K. It can be high, it can be low, EKG, boom. Now, what are you going to see on the EKG for this patient? Peaked T waves. High potassium gives you a peaked T wave. Think of it like this. The peak of the mountain is the highest point. What's your potassium? The highest point. Uric acid. What kind of acid-base imbalance, everyone? Metabolic acidosis for this patient. Phosphorus. Phosphorus is going to harm the kidneys. What is the opposite of phosphorus? Calcium. So when phosphorus is high, calcium is low. Calcium. This is what I tell you. Me and you went to Walmart. Not together, I just happened to see you. I know you don't believe me because you don't know what I do and you don't know how I roll. But honest to God, when I see you years from now, and you be trying to run from me. Ramen D tried to run from me in H&M. I saw her in H&M over at Beachwood Mall. She tried to run from me. She's like, oh God. Yeah, she tried to run because she knew what it was. She knew when I saw her face, I was going to holler something out and she was going to have to respond. Now, it depends what I'm feeling that day. Sometimes I'm feeling a neural spirit. And I say, hey, no! And then you say, high blood pressure, headache, irritability, seizures. Well, sometimes, y'all, I be feeling a hypocalcemia spirit. I do. Like right now. Hold on. I got you. I'm feeling that spirit. I got that spirit. Oh yeah, it's feeling good. Oh yeah. Your patient got a low calcium. I see your ass in aisle 10 in Walmart. I'm in aisle 4. Hey, how you doing? How your mom and them? Hypocalcemia. What should you say? Technique.
TTRs.
What's next? Shabastics. What's next? Trousseau's. What's next? Brisk DTRs. If you have brisk DTRs, you gotta do one more assessment. Clonus. Only if you have brisk DTRs. What do all this add up to? Seizures. That's what you gotta know about rhabdomyolysis. Hydrate first. Hydrate first. Now look, y'all, we said the patient had a high uric acid, right? What kind of medication can we use for that?
Allopurinol?
Allopurinol, says people who are confident. Instead of whispering. Allopurinol, look, lowers the purine. When you have allopurinol, uric acid, low purine diet, low purine, it's in the word. It's in the word. Okay? So you're going to make sure you know allopurinol may be the medication we use. For the high K, what could we use? What is that generic, nurse? Exactly. Anybody know? Because that's what's on your test.
Polystyrene.
Sodium. Polystyrene, sodium, sodium polystyrene, whatever. You better know it. Okay, moving on. Keep it pumping, pimps. Now, so turn the page. You got a kidney transplant patient. Now, you ain't gonna put much on here. Is that the one you got? Is that what y'all got? Kidney transplant? Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Look at it. You are very interested in knowing what the heck is going on with this patient. I love this picture. On the picture, you've got a kidney falling out of his stomach. Does everybody see it? That's what you better remember. Kidneys are put in the stomach. When we transplant this patient, the kidney is put in the stomach. So we transplant it right in the pelvic area, the tummy area, and we know that you will protect it better that way. We do not take yours out of your back. You just got some old piss poor pathetic kidneys that's still in your body. But your brand new kidney, we're gonna put it right in your stomach. So when there's a rejection and we gotta remove it, it's gonna be abdominal surgery. It's a little easier than your back. You feeling me on that? Okay, now the other issue is when you have a rejection, there's several types. You care about this one over here that says acute because it's the most common. Highlight what it says, not uncommon. Highlight it. Generally speaking, we do not take the kidney out for that. We manage you through it. We don't take it out for that. We do have to take it out for some of these others, but we do not take it out for that one. Okay, we try to manage it. What kind of medication do we put you on so that you don't reject your kidney? Immunosuppressant medications. What does that mean to you? That means every kidney transplant patient is immunosuppressed. The category of medications, you know one of them. What's the most common immunosuppressant category of drugs? Steroids. Good. So steroids is one. Right, guys? We got our little steroids. So let's make sure we write that down. Steroids. Then we have something called DMARDs, remember? That's not the most common. That was not the right answer. So steroids are the most common. DMARDs are the next. And then we have something called monoclonal antibodies. This will always end in MAB or SEPT. So I kind of want to know that. CellCept is a very common medication for this patient. Monoclonal antibodies. Now, diagnosis of rejection is a kidney biopsy. Yes, you care. Diagnosis of rejection is a kidney biopsy. Turn the page. Glomerular nephritis. Glomerular